Motherhood is beautiful, but it can be exhausting too. Today, I want to share how I stay grounded and keep my peace through a simple prayer routine, even with a toddler running around. Hello, beautiful people. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ebane Raisa, and you're welcome to Ebane Raisa Unscripted, my little chat room where I talk about topics related to faith, relationship, motherhood, and lifestyle. So, if these are contents that you can relate to or you're interested in, then make sure to join the family by subscribing to my channel, click the notification bell, like my videos, share my videos, and of course leave your thoughts in the comment section. So let's get right into the video of today. So guys, today I want to share with you guys the few or the little ways in which I keep myself in check as a toddler mom, and also keeping my peace or my prayer life in check even while I have a toddler running around. The first way in which I keep myself in check, or in which I motivate myself keeping my faith in check while with a toddler, by doing my early morning gratitude prayer. This doesn't mean that I have to pray for a very long period of time, or I must pray for 1 hour. No, even 2 to 3 minutes of prayers counts, no matter how little the time is. But the most important thing is what's in your mind, what you say, and how faithful and how fervent you do it. I wake up in the morning and I take up some time to pray, to give some gratitude. You get, I just spoke about the Proverbs 31 woman in my previous video. If you've not watched it, please go back to that video and watch it. And I talked about how the Proverbs 31 woman wakes up early in the morning before the sun rises. So when you wake up early like that, you have enough time for you to do things that you know you cannot do within the day, or you know it will be difficult for you to do within the day with a toddler in your hands. So I make sure to wake up early hours of the morning, and I make sure to say my gratitude prayers, no matter how little the time is. Like I said, 2 to 3 minutes counts. No matter how little the time that you pray, it all counts. You can gather them, all your prayers, and at some point they work for you. These prayers, they don't go in vain. Another way in which I keep myself in check and my faith in check is saying short prayers for patience during toddler tantrum moments. We know that children, they have their moments in which they don't just have it. They cannot just have it. They are just being the toddlers that they are. So when these moments come, I whisper some prayers and I pray for patience. I pray to God for patience. I'm the kind of person who does not have a lot of patience. There are certain things that when the child does, I just feel like screaming. I feel like shouting. I feel like beating up this child or scolding at the child. But then at that moment, I just have to whisper prayer for patience, for God to give me that patience to be able to understand why this child is crying, or why this child is screaming, or why this child is acting up the way he's acting. Another way in which I keep my faith in check is by always praying and asking God for guidance in teaching and nurturing my child. So God has placed these children in our hands, and like I said before in one of my early videos in the past, I said the life of a child is like a blank sheet of paper. So you as a parent, you have been given that opportunity by God to write out the life, or to write out the story of that child on that paper. So I always ask God to help me write out the right words for this child, to say the right things to this child, to train up this child in the right way that I possibly can, and to train up this child in a way that God wants me to train up the child, and in a way that God has planned this child's life to be. I ask God to give me the guidance to guide this child to go to where God has planned that his life should be. I should not be the reason why this child derails. I should not be the reason why this child's life is being destroyed. I should not be the reason why this child could not attain the things that God wanted him to attain. So I always make sure to pray for guidance from God on how to teach this child and how to nurture this child in the ways of God. Another way in which I keep myself in check, my faith and my motherhood, is by giving gratitude moments with my toddler. So there are times that something might happen, something positive might happen in our lives, and I will not go into my room and lock up myself and then I start thanking God. No, I do it in the presence of the child, so he sees that okay, when this thing happens or when something like this happens, you have to give gratitude to God. He should see what we do, he should see what I do and be able to emulate what I do. So I try as much as possible to always give gratitude to God. For example, when I eat and I finish eating, I always make sure to say thank God for provision, and I say it in his presence, and gradually he's picking it up and he knows that okay, there's somebody that we actually have to give gratitude to after a meal. So when he grows up and he's able to understand life better, he will know that okay, there are other aspects of life also that he can actually give gratitude to, so that he knows that if there's something, if something happens to him, the only person that he must give gratitude first is to God. So I always make sure to give gratitude to God for any and everything in his presence, in the presence of my child. And with that said, if this video has actually blessed you, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, make sure to like the video, make sure to leave your comments in the comment section and share the video. Thank you so much for watching till this point. I didn't want to make the video too long, so I just gathered this few for us to share with us. Thank you so much for watching, and with that said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.